Hey, this is Notser, and this is the Tier 8 Premium Italian Battleship, Roma. Here's the Roma. My first impression was exciting. They adjusted it slightly, weakened the gun systems. But overall, I think that the Roma is very compelling, especially for someone like me. Now, what's that identity? It is best-in-class turret traverse, very well concealed, not the best, of course, but second best, considering. It is thin, it's fast, and I really enjoy this playstyle. It's very much like a cruiser, and for someone who really prefers to be active in maneuvering, I just find it more fun. Now, are the guns going to hit the target and you're going to see big numbers all the time? Probably not. Probably want to play the Japanese, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. But if you're someone who, battleships just didn't really feel right for you. The turrets traversed too slow. I think the Roma, I think eventually the Italian Battleship line is going to be the perfect line for you. Because it allows you to maneuver closer. And you're going to have to, because you have a paltry 18-kilometer main battery range, and with the scout aircraft, 21 kilometers. It's bad. There are battleships at this tier. The French battleship that outranges you by 3 kilometers base, even if you're using your scout aircraft, and it's even worse than that if you're not using your scout aircraft. So this is clearly something like the Germans, where you want to move forward, and unlike the Germans, you don't need to have your secondaries involved in improving your success. This is definitely not a secondary build. This is more move forward, exploit your concealment, fire on a target that shows too much side, traverse those guns. If you take fire, you want to maneuver a little bit, and the guns will always stay on target. So you should theoretically be able to fire on cooldown. If you do not play this way, you are not benefiting from the strengths of the ship. If you are someone who wants to stay at 18 kilometers and you just want the best possible damage per shot, you're not going to get it here. This is not that kind of ship. You should play another ship. But if you're someone who enjoys a more active maneuvering playstyle and is okay giving up some gun accuracy, the Roma could probably be a really fun experience for you. It's definitely fun for me. Now, my team was, aggressively pushing forward. They took out that Hirekase, and I see this Moskva is making a mistake, and I'm completely undetected here. So this is ideal scenario. I'm going to go for the Citadel, and we did find it. 33,000 is pretty good. But you notice where some of those shells, they were nowhere near the target. And that's just the sacrifice you have to make. The closer you are to the target, the higher chance that you will do damage to the target. And you definitely can maneuver to be the perfect, precise angling against the enemy. That's also something that's very attractive to me. Many times in my Japanese, I want to angle. But when I angle, I can't fire my guns because they traverse so slow. So it's really appealing to have the chance to present the perfect angle at my target to mitigate the damage. And therefore, I would say it will punish you if you refuse to do that. The armor is not the best, and it shows. You will take good amount of damage. It's not, the Citadel's not sticking out Japanese level, but you could definitely get Citadel. You definitely will easily be pinned by big calibers that you fight. This is only 381. So there is no bow pin at all. Not even in the least. But the guns are always going to be on the target because they traverse so quickly. My front guns, I engaged that lion. I was actively traversing. They could even compensate for me trying to use the rudder to angle the ship, and I could fire almost immediately at this enemy cruiser. And that feels good. And here's where it feels bad. Perfectly broadside cruiser, and the dispersion doesn't get anywhere close to the Citadel. We don't even get close to a penetration. And teammates are going to easily knock this guy out. You know, it's frustrating when you're given the opportunity to engage a target broadside and you can't kill him. Or islands get in the way, right? I get it. And the potential damage per minute, this is not the highest. Especially if you play the Japanese or the Americans precisely. You're not waiting on the guns, and you're firing on cooldown. There's always a target presenting their side. You're going to get more damage with the Japanese. But I think that the package is interesting enough to carry it without having guns that are top tier, even mid tier. These guns are near the bottom in performance. But the ship is interesting. The traverse is fantastic. It allows you to be active in just maneuvering. It looks great. And especially if you're looking for some sort of alternative to the credit income that the tier 9s give you, this camouflage coupled with the ship, it should work out pretty well. This is also a tier 10 match, so I gotta be careful. I noticed that the friendly is getting overwhelmed by a lion, and I'm trying to get over there, and we're gonna see. The lion should be broadside, and since it's a British, I'm never gonna get the Citadel, so I'm just gonna try and go mid-hull. Yeah. I wish I could have done more damage there. And I'm sure you wish you could have seen more damage there. Unfortunately, the friendly battleship is going to get rammed. And you kind of feel helpless in this ship because of that. So I don't want you to be like, this is the next best thing, or this is the worst thing ever. The trade-offs are there. You have to decide if it's enough for you that it is very maneuverable, very active in just moment to moment, regardless of firing the gun or not. And the enemy, Yamato, he sees me, he maneuvers for it. I fully expect him to fire his gun, and yep, he does. I drop my speed and I turn. My gun's the entire time 100% on target. Very, very, very easy to keep these guns directed towards the enemy, and I enjoy that. Maybe I'm a sucker, but I'm going to fire my AP left in the gun. I was considering switching to HE, but don't need to. I don't know where that shell went, but I really appreciate that it did go there. I was not expecting to kill that guy in that angle with this ship. 381. But it just found the right location. This enemy destroyer shows up very close to me, and I'm terrified of this guy. But I'm able to maneuver and just barely avoid the torpedoes. He's going to use his hydroacoustic. Lucky for him, the enemy Yamato has his aircraft up, and that's what is detecting me. And I'm just going to rush him. I know that his torpedoes are on cooldown. This is the best opportunity. I take a big broadside from, I think, that Tirpitz. I don't know why he fired at me. There's two destroyers right next to him, but, you know, whatever. Maybe it's personal. And my turrets are traversing so quickly. Look at how fast the turret in the rear is going. It's going to be in position to fire before I even see this guy. That's really awesome. I love that trait. I know that that's not for everyone. But it's so rewarding to see that I could reposition my guns to the complete opposite side and be ready. So we're going to try and rotate around this guy. Clearly, he sees us, I see him, and he definitely sends torpedoes, so I'm going to drop my speed and turn as quickly as I can. And he does clip the island a little bit. And he's going to be hard on himself later on. He wasn't going to succeed with those torpedoes. That's exactly what I was going to do, and I could do it because the turrets were going to traverse. And I'm able to engage the target, open the guns up. It feels very comfortable fighting destroyers in close proximity. I'm enjoying my time with the Roma. Yeah, the guns are inconsistent. 100%, you will not enjoy this if you're looking to do the maximum total damage. But if you're looking for something that plays a little bit more like a cruiser, there's nothing better. And I like that. And I've enjoyed my time with the Roma. I can't wait for the Italian Battleship line because of that. And I hope that you enjoyed seeing it in action in many different situations. I can't believe we citadeled that Yamato from the front. But it was a really short game, and I think a ship like this works well in a short game because it can maneuver and it can always be firing. 103,000 damage, 1,651 base XP, but it was a short game, mind you. Top on the team at least. And yeah, all AP, all the time. I hope this was helpful. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you next time.